The spotlight on me tonight. Oh, you're gonna move it so it's more? Oh, yeah, I don't see anything. Oh, hey, there's Marty and Dee. Hi, guys. I'm waiting for the go from Emily. I cannot. I always move in this chair. I do a little swing. Huh. I don't see anything on my iPad.
Oh. Let's see. I got an ad. Okay.
Okay.
You're good.
Hey, friends. Happy Wednesday, Friends Day. I am always so excited you're here with me today. So I don't forget, because I've been forgetting lately, Emily's here with me tonight.
Hello.
I'm working on a landscape. It's in progress. There will be a full video. It's 20 by 20 on a cradled wood panel. Oh, there I got an ad from U.S. Art Supply, 1.5 inch thick. I put clear gesso on it a couple days ago. I think Emily's gonna, so what we're gonna work on tonight is, well, let's start here. I drew this, is that pretty good, Em? I drew this when I was working at the gallery almost a month ago, because I work next week. And I thought I'd try it as a painting. I think I'm gonna leave the dark door off, I'm not totally sure. Maybe some of the dark lines too. Makes it a little less cartoony. So we're gonna work on, I don't know if this is a wheat field, the top of the wheat field. And maybe some clouds tonight. Oh, I didn't grab a filbert. Oh, I can use this one. I think, Emily, are you going to scoot in at all?
Yeah, I can scoot.
Okay, I'll talk about colors. Well, here, I'll talk about, so this is an 18-inch see-through ruler. I think Michael's has them. But I just used that, so I went up 1/4 inch, or 1/4 way, so 5 inches, and just drew a straight line with a white charcoal pencil. Oh, I can't, it's in here, but I can't find it. And it's not straight anymore, but it was straight. And then I just went up, I just eyeballed it and made a triangle. And then I went up a little further because I'm going to have trees that come up and stuff, and I wanted this to go behind the barn. Made another triangle. And the funny thing is, I was checking this out earlier, I made them both about 4 fingers apart. They're pretty darn close. I'm like, that was lucky. I have the barn on 1/3. And then I just drew a box. So if you have a T-square, that might work easier too. So the horizontals are square with the edge. And then the verticals are vertical. And then I just drew an X to find the center and made the triangle. These, right now it looks like it's sliding downhill on me, but it doesn't on this one. So I'm wondering if when I get some plants in there and trees in there, it'll look okay. But right now it looks a little weird.
Are you going to paint in like the top 2 inches?
Oh, I might eventually. I'm going to start with this.
Okay, I'll just probably do
and
that.
And then when I start with the clouds, I'm going to start here. So the basic design is a zigzag, which I've done before. And then I'll have the clouds. I don't know how many. I'm going to try to do fewer clouds. Maybe just some puffy ones right here. They'll go this way. And then I've already got my background, my sweeping background that I love to do.
I'll just keep tabs on you and I'll probably move it.
Okay. I used a 2-inch flat brush for the clouds, and then 1-inch brushes for the landscape. So 1 inch from Low Cornell and a cheap 1-inch that came in the pack with the other one from Blick with a cat hair. Okay, and then we'll talk colors just to get everybody up to speed. So one thing I did is something happened yesterday to where I forgot to put my palette away and my brush.
Ooh.
But the brush, here I'm trying to figure out where to put the ruler. Maybe I'll just throw it on the ground. Oh, that was loud. So my palette dried out. That was my sky palette. I'll tell you the colors. Indanthrene blue. It's a little more purple than Prussian blue, but it's really close, especially since I added a little black to it. So Indanthrene blue, which is dry, Mars black, titanium white, and that's my sky color. So I mix kind of a medium value for the sky and then just add white to it as I go. But it's not that big a deal because I know the tube colors I'm using. So then I just mixed, oh, I don't know if my head got in there. Hopefully I didn't scare anybody. So I just mixed some more. Oh, here, I'll pull that back up. Now those might match pretty darn close on the video, But that actually means this is a little too dark, my fresh palette, because it's going to dry down about a half a shade darker. But it's definitely close enough. So if that ever happens to you, that's one thing. Or if you can't even get it close, you just add some of that color in there and no one will ever know. But I'm going to put this away until we do clouds. So I realized, I mean, I've done this color combo quite a bit. I'm going to get that palette going here. Show you. Ah. Oh, my little Ziploc bags. Excuse me. So Indanthrene blue, yellow oxide, red oxide. So red, yellow, blue, muted primaries, titanium white, Mars black. They're all liquid techs. A couple of them are the red oxide and the Indanthrene are heavy body, just because that's what I had them in. Makes a pretty green. A lot of yellow oxide, well, and more Indanthrene blue than I thought, but just mix it in slowly. I kind of got a purple. It's more of a purple brown, blue brown. Nice brown. So that is Indanthrene and red oxide, but more blue. And then this one is less blue, and I get a pretty brown. And then the green, I just pulled out that color and added some yellow oxide to it and white. And then this is just, I think that might just be red oxide and white. I might have stuck a little brown in it. Okay, I think that gets us all up to speed. As I said, there's going to be a full video.
Okay. So let's see. So far in the chat tonight we have Marty, Dee, Deborah, Melanie, all the way from South Africa. Wow.
Wow.
And Chase popped in with his $9.99 and his little goat emoji.
Thank you, Chase, man. I super appreciate it. He is so faithful. What time is it in South Africa? That's where you said, right?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. So I just painted some rust to get some color down with this brush. And what's nice about this brush is it'll give me more interesting detail. Where this one's smoother and tighter, you could do it with either brush. And then I came back and put in basically like when you paint trees, you put in sky holes. I came back and put in some of the blue-green ground. I am thinking, I mean, I've got in the color, but I'm thinking I might brighten this up a little. I'm not sure yet. I'll know as I go along. The other thing that happened is when I painted the sky, I thought it was gray and gloomy. And now that I've got this on here, it looks much bluer because color is relative. Which I like, because I just want to do white clouds, simple clouds, happier, sunny day.
Yeah.
My sun, is coming from over here. So the highlight is going to be on this side of the barn. Okay, so I'm going to work on this, and it'll help me warm up too. But I don't know what color. I might mix some yellow. Oh, what I started to say is I've used yellow oxide, red oxide, and I think Prussian blue for a couple of roosters and a hen painting and a couple of other paintings. I really don't see much difference in the color mixes with the Indanthrene blue, even though I can see it's a little more purple when I'm mixing. Whereas the Prussian blue, I'm getting dry, where the Prussian blue is a little grayer. But really, I feel like I have the same palette that I've had in other paintings. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm going to mix some white, maybe make it kind of a dirty white.
Dee said, I love old barns. And Marty said, really liking the sky, smiley emoji.
Isn't that fun? That could totally be done. I'm just thinking I probably want clouds in it. Maybe I should even put the barn in. No, it kind of just depends on how things look. I might put some clouds in just because it's such a blank space. But that could be good too. You don't have to fill everything. I'm just mixing white and yellow oxide. It's just hard to hold it up.
Melanie says it's 1:09 a.m.
Oh my gosh.
Night owl. Melanie is a night owl.
That's too late for me. Well, I'm up late tonight. That's only so funny. It is a little after 6 p.m. here, which I suppose people know. Oh, maybe not. I suppose YouTube shows...
No, it would adjust to her time, yeah.
Yeah, YouTube shows her time. Mm-hmm. Oh, you know what I'm going to do first, actually? is let's complete this. I've got a gap. Let's do that. I might want to mix another green. It always takes me a minute to kind of get back into what the heck am I doing? But I did work on this today, so that should help. Hasn't been days. Ooh, I made it. I'm thinking darker blue. Or darker green. I'm kind of giving a blue-green. That'll work.
I like that kind of pea green.
Yeah. Oh, that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like baby food peas.
Mm-hmm. It is. Baby food mush.
Yeah, I like that a lot too. I don't know if I'm in frame here. I can lean backwards and see. I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah, and I'll if I see you stray, and I'll
If I
get
just
up and move
actually, if
it.
I hold it closer to the painting, then I know I'm fine. I think that'll be good. I like to mix puddles and then I'll vary the color near the puddle or the value or both. I'm just cleaning off my palette knife. Okay. So how am I going to blend this? Actually, I might want to raise this up a bit. I need to find a couple brushes I'm not going to use. The only reason would be so I can kind of get the edge a little bit. I can paint the bottom edge after the live too. Okay. Took me a while to get started here. Yeah, this one has some wild hairs I need to trim. Ooh, I don't know if that's going to work because it's going to want to move. We could use the thing I never use. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, you can't. There's a thing on the top of the easel that you can pull down or loosen it, slide it down, and then it'll secure the top of your painting a little bit. Okay. Yeah, see, that's going to be too much the same color. I'm not sure how I'm going to make this work, so I'm just going to play with it. That's too much of that color. I'm going to grab a little of this, actually. Okay, I kind of got the same mud color. That's not what I want to have happen exactly. Let's try this again. Let's try a little white. That's too light. Yeah, I don't like that. It's wiggling. Sometimes people ask me, how do I know what to do? If it bugs me, that's how I just change. And so this bothers me, but we'll get there. And actually it's drying darker. So I'm liking it better. Or maybe it's mixing a little bit in my brush. So I've still got some of that purpley color. There we go. Maybe it's too much. Maybe it's... This is how I do cow fur. Just little sections, kind of work it till I'm happy. But see, now I'm going to have a problem because I've got purple in my brush and I didn't clean it out. Oh, it's not too bad. You guys can't see the side. I want to paint that color where I've got it in my brush and make it come around. Actually, that kind of works.
Yeah, I like that.
That's not bad. So when people talk about how do I get the soft blends in my background, that's just kind of work the values. Or you do work I am working the values. There's no kind of...
literally work those values.
And sometimes you just get it off. And if you have to let it dry, that's okay. All right, let's try a little rust. So once I get in the mode of this, it's going to be pretty relaxing because I'm just going up and down, up and down. I turned my brush flatter just because it was easier to... I like the skinny strokes, but it's easier to kind of get in there. I'm losing my dark, though, down at the bottom. Hi, Freckles. She just went underneath my easel. I didn't know where she went.
She was in her little hidey hole under the...
She hasn't been there in a while, either.
Under the stool or whatever. Little bed.
She doesn't hang with me as much as she was. I think she wants more quiet.
Mm-hmm. And you're so loud.
I am. Well, that's kind of pretty. So I put it down and now I'm like sweeping and flicking up. Nope. Then you do stuff you don't want to do. I kind of want my, hopefully my palette was in the way. I want my corner darker. Were you going to say something, hon?
Yeah, did Freckles, did she leave? Freckles, yeah. Marty says hi. I think she's gone.
I was talking too much.
I think she's gone.
Oh, I think that's going to work. I can use this color too. That's that color. Oh, I think that's going to work. Oh, and you guys can kind of see. Here. I don't need that anymore. I can do a little scoochy. You can see what, hey, for once you can see my reference. A lot of times we know how we don't have picture in picture. Grabbing a little bit of water. Interesting how when I'm mixing, because my brush is dirty, it has that purpley in it, I'm getting basically this color anyway. It's kind of funny. Didn't need to mix that green. Stuff happens. I think I'm going to say this is a wheat field or something. It was crooked. Probably because I'm crooked. Grab some red. Got to remember to hold my palette down because we're painting pretty low. So mostly I wanted to get this on just so I could do this. I don't have to like get I'm pretty much getting every stroke, but.
It's a dried out, it's a cornfield that's drying out.
Oh, it could be, except for corn be green.
Well, that's what it's drying out, you know.
Well, but I'm going to have these tops.
Oh.
Like wheat or.
Oh.
I'm arguing with you. It's my painting.
My painting.
It's my painting.
I get to interpret it however I want.
Yes, you do. Especially if you're buying it, you can think whatever you want. You can see whatever you want. I don't have a title for this one yet. I don't know. It could be, I have a Nebraska Sky series. I could put it in there.
Oh, yeah. It is very Nebraska.
Yep. I could, I don't know, haven't decided. Little Red Barn.
Yeah, it's very Nebraska.
Yeah. Weren't barns painted red because it was cheap paint left over from the railroad? They used to paint. We had this discussion before. I don't know what the railroad did. The railroad paint the ties red way back in the day or something? I don't know. That might be something I just.
Oh, like why they're red?
Mm-hmm. Why so many barns are red?
I thought it was cheap or something.
My head.
I'll Google why.
It's because the paint was cheap. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like who wants red?
But I'm thinking because the railroad used so much red, but I don't know.
Barns.
What the railroad would use red paint for? Maybe cabooses.
There's so many barns red.
That's kind of fun. I kind of get into the flipping. That is funny. That color's awfully close to that color. Even though I mixed that color.
Ooh. Oh.
Can't say it live.
No, I can't. I was just fully reading it. Let's see.
That's fine.
So, according to the Google AI thing that they added now or whatever.
Oh, yeah, I haven't used that yet.
Well, it just pops up. Like when you Google something, it's usually the first thing that pops up now.
Oh, I
Because
noticed-
it makes a synopsis of like all the searches.
I noticed, yeah, it was helping me when it was search terms.
Yeah. It says the tradition of painting barns red began in Europe in the late 18th century as a cost-effective way to protect and seal barnwood, which is what, early farmers mixed linseed oil with animal blood or ferrous oxide, also known as rust, to create a protective coating that would keep the wood from weathering.
I'm totally off with the railroad business.
And prevent mold and fungi growth. When exposed to sunlight, the mixture would turn a red ochre hue. Red paint was also cheaper than other colors.
Oh, that's kind of right, but not very.
As white lead, the ingredient that gave the paint its tint, was more expensive and harder to find.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah, you're right. A cheaper.
Sort of, but it had nothing to do with the railroads.
No, yeah, I guess you gotta nix that.
It was blood.
Yeah, I always thought it was just because it was like the cheapest color because no one wanted it.
Well, it was cheap.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking is just varying my color a little bit. Just kind of I made lots of mud, which is fun. Lots of muddy colors.
You like playing with mud.
I have lots of bright paintings. Well, even this, the chalk pastel is much brighter. Or, yeah, saturated hue. Kind of said that already. It's still kind of damp, so I'm getting away with a little blending there. I have a fan going, and I'm painting fairly thin. And this is clear gesso, so it soaks up a little more paint. Dry a little quicker. I think next week we're going to paint pears. I sold all but my larger family reunion pears, which is a whole line of pears. Horizontal painting. I don't know what size that is.
Kind of a biggie.
Yeah, it's a pretty big one. They sold it while the gallery was closed.
Ooh.
Because it was, Monday they're closed. That's when they rehang the gallery once a month.
Oh, so they're
Monday
probably...
was hanging day, but it was still open.
They were
you could
open,
get in.
yeah.
You could get in and...
Because they leave it open or
and
whatever.
then the person that came in bought my pears. That's so nice. Sometimes I just mix, so I put green on there and I just put white on there and just mix it right on the, I want to say canvas, that's why I keep saying right on the wood. Yeah, that makes nice little grassy strokes, which might be too grassy because we need that more at the top. Just because it's a crappier brush is really the whole reason. So that scared me how I was going to make it work, and then you kind of figure it out. That's the hard part about painting. I have those thoughts like I shared earlier where I thought the sky was way too gray and gloomy, and the more I paint on here, the bluer it gets. It's like, because this is muddy or darker,
Yeah.
It's just funny, and I'm so glad I didn't fix it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, just wait, I can fix it later. I'll know better. I just have to talk myself out of fixing it.
And I'm surprised you did.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of times I don't.
Yeah, usually you can't leave it alone.
I can't. I've learned a little. How long have I been painting? I don't know.
You've learned a little in a long time.
We're starting our 4th year now, and we've started our 4th year. I've learned a lot, but I still want to do the same things. But I've learned to leave the backgrounds alone. Just get them on, get them kind of what I thought I was aiming for, and I don't know if you can hear that. It's kind of ASMR. I love that. It's kind of like marble paper. That's not marbled, but that's kind of fun. Bob
I
Ross.
like that.
It's Bob Rossi. Oh, so what I meant to do I can still do it. Is maybe go a little warmer over here. Let's grab this green.
It's very Paul Ranson of you.
It is kind of Paul Ranson. Ranson, yeah. He has a YouTube channel. When we live streamed at noon, he'd show up. I go to he has premieres on Sunday. He does Bob Ross paintings. But they're also his own paintings. Like he'll say, you know, my twist on a Bob Ross classic, and he's an excellent teacher. You know, if you want to do fan brush trees and stuff, he's a great resource. I pop in, or else I comment on his videos. I'm pretty sure he's in the Annie Troe Art Friends Facebook group. Oh, I can hear Freckles howling.
Oh, I thought that was a kid outside. Oh.
She's been just howling.
I
mean, she's been doing it for a long time, but...
Yeah. Poor Pooby.
I'm like, I'm right here. Like, I'll be down there eating dinner. I'm right here. And I don't think it's me, necessarily, anymore that she's looking for. I'm kind of thinking a third. Now I'm not so worried if it dries because I know I can make it work. I'm running out of paint. Plus I really, oh, here, maybe I can almost kiss my phone. I'm not getting quite the streaks I want. Let's grab some straight up. Sometimes I just grab it in the corner. Kind of skip so I can get a streakier look. How am I doing? That's pretty good. So, you know, I think I titled this Simple Landscape. You know, straight across rectangle. And then really if you want another rectangle with that orangey color. Triangle, triangle, sweeping sky, square, rectangle. What is that, a parallelogram? Triangle. Did I get it all right?
I don't know. I think so.
The trees, I'll just block in. We're going to try to pretty much Bob Ross all of this.
A happy little tree.
I grabbed some straight up phthalo blue, or not phthalo blue, Indanthrene blue. You can tell what blue I usually use. Just to change the color, even though I have the purple there, I'm going to have to paint the bottom to match it later. Oh, and it's getting green on me because my brush is dirty. It's not the worst thing in the world. I'm going to grab just a smidge, if I can, of black. And I didn't. All right, you know what I'm going to do? I'm like reaching. Oh, I just realized Marty's back. I hope you had a good trip.
Yeah, I hope your vacay treated you well.
Yeah. She said hi to Freckles, but I didn't even register. It's like Marty's always here.
Well, and I think right when we started the live, you're like, oh, hey, Marty.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
I totally did. And D. I saw D. I should maybe wipe my brush off. Could rinse it off. I'm trying not to. Just because I tend to get too much water. So now I've got a layer of paint on it. It's not drying quite so fast. Okay, guys, my head's going to come in. Well, it might be really big. I'm going to do it again.
Look at that very full, thick hair.
Oh, I just got all my hairs cut. There's not nearly as many.
You got fresh snips.
Oh, she's like, wow. Because it gets wavy when it gets longer and it's heated out.
Yeah, it was wavy when I came over to bike.
She was almost angry. You need a haircut. I'm like, it's only been a month. There we go. I'm obsessing about this color right now. Excuse me, I think I just made sniffing noises. So that's a nice dry brush, but I don't think I really want that kind of detail down there. Ooh, now I got too much water. I'm not used to painting with these cheap brushes. I forget that they really don't need much water. Nothing wrong with them. They just, every brush behaves differently. Paints behaved. I'm grabbing some green, behave differently. So it's wet. I'm going to get a little blendy and see if I like it. Just kind of bring it out. I think I like it. It's not going to be wet here though. Just taking a second to scratch my eye.
Oh, do we have a break?
Oh, yes.
Okay, well, it's 6:30.
Oh, okay.
Just so you know.
I'm glad. I am totally into this, so thank you. I'll get the green done and then we'll do it. I still don't like that. Isn't that funny? And my microphone cord's caught on my bracelets. Oh, here. Oh, that was smart, Em.
Yeah, you could honestly, you might be able to, I think that little thing pushes down too, so you could just push it down.
That was so smart. She Velcroed the wires. I can't give her credit if you don't let me know.
That's why you pay me the big bucks.
Yeah.
Think of the Velcro.
I don't even feed you on Wednesdays.
I know, I am a little hungry. I didn't make a snack before.
I'm thinking value here.
Just ignore my hunger, it's okay.
No, you need to bring a snack. And then I talked your ear off about my bike ride. I don't offer you anything when you come in. I figure I'm gonna mix some more of that color. This darker green, even though I was getting the grayer green. I don't even offer you food when you come over.
I know.
I'm gonna have to put out some more yellow oxide. The only reason I'm doing that is there's some white right there. I don't want the white. Okay, I gotta put it down. My back's starting to get a little. Could have been that 70-minute bike ride. Electric bike, so it's not like I was really working hard. It was so nice.
Oh, Gravy popped in
Hey.
to do his job. He said, howdy, Annie and Emily in chat. Like, share, and subscribe.
Thank you so much. So what I did, it doesn't have to be exact, but there's my old puddle and there's my new puddle. Pretty darn close. So now I'll just combine them. If you want to have it match kind of a thing, you really don't need it to because I'm shifting the color the whole way pretty much. I still every once in a while mix a huge puddle because I just started with the wrong color first, too much of it, you know? It just happens. I'm gonna take a drink too. I feel like I maybe the last several lives I've talked a lot more.
You have been, yeah. I haven't had to really fill much void or anything, you know?
I think I finally learned to just talk about what I'm doing.
Yeah, you kind of, it is kind of like the Bob Ross effect because he just really talks about what he's doing, you know?
Yeah.
I think it just all of a sudden clicked.
Did it just take me like 2 years or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me laugh. Oh, it used to, yeah, that's just funny. And I'm sure it'll change again. I mean, we're learning YouTube and painting all at the same time. Oh, that's just darn pretty. That's really pretty. Do we like it?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get much greener though, which is one of my goals. Or more yellow green. That's a little more accurate. Oh, I forgot to put out yellow oxide. All right, this might be a little off the wheels. Well, here, let's do this first. So when I paint a little painting, I finish the sides.
Marty says, yes, I like it, with a thumbs up emoji.
Oh, thank you. I'm just doing that because I want it to be smooth. I tend to not want thicker layers until I get towards the end. I'm going to paint the sides so the color halfway matches when it goes around. Oh, and I just stuck my thumb in paint. Right now my paint's on top of my water bottles on a cart. I suppose I could show them. All right, first things first. Paint. Oh, my little, sorry guys, I'm gonna go off camera here for a second. My little paper towel on the bottom stuck. All right, I'm gonna grab one more color and blend it in a little bit. Okay, that's not great, but let's see if I can show you. Oh, I can't. Oh, wait, no, can I? I don't think I can show you. It's too close. And I just got green on my finger. See, I'm literally saying everything now. Like they
now it's
they
like,
don't need to know I have green on my finger.
It's gonna be eventually. It's gonna be like breathe in, breathe out,
blink. Okay, I need to look at this. Oh, it's pretty on the stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not crazy. So what pops out to me when I look at the live stream is these are too close in value. So maybe on my, that's not bad. For off in the distance hills or whatever they are. So I think I'm going to brighten this up. And I don't mind the rust. The Acrylic is out right now. The other thing I like in this is the lighter green near the top, which I haven't really achieved yet. I don't know if I have to have it. All right, let's brighten that up a little bit. So but the more painting you get done, then the more adjustments I start to make. I was going to say you. Excuse me. I'm kind of rinsing out that brush I was using. Maybe we'll go down to this little brush. It's a little 1/2-inch brush that's warped. I can't remember. Oh, I can't remember from where. It's not a Zooting. It's the bristles are too thick. Could be a Simply Simmons, and it says shader. I think it used to say shader because there's an ER over here. I bet it's a Simply Simmons that I've just abused over the years. All right, green. Probably got it at Michael's. They're not a sponsor. Oh, I need some yellow oxide. Reload. So this painting made me nervous because I don't paint that many landscapes. And just because it turned out in my sketch doesn't, you never know if a painting's going to turn out. What I kind of want is a lime green, and I'm not going to get it with these colors. I think that's what I'm wrestling with here. That'd be kind of fun. I could go grab it and add it. But I'm going to wait until towards the end, because what happens is I end up liking it anyway, because I have a limited palette. I have basically the primaries muted. I should be good to go here. So I added that yellow, and I really don't like that either. I'm wanting a green. Just not getting it. And I'm getting mush in my brush. Mush in my brush. Let's try this one. I don't really want cool, but let's just try it. Okay, it's going to take a while with this little brush. I'm trying to... What's nice is I pretty much went up and down. I have no idea if I'm crooked. Like everything's going left or right. What I could maybe do... Wipe out my brush on a paper towel. Oh, I don't know if I need to, though, because it's drying down. I don't think I need to. Let's do this. Let's just do this.
I like those little lighties. The light guys.
Well, I kind of like it in my,
Adds depth.
yep, my pastel drawing. I really liked that hot lime green.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm not using that kind of color. I would used to use vivid lime green out of the tube, if they still call it that. I have an old tube of that with Liquitex. Gosh, I don't know how old that is. Let me think. It could be like 6 years old. Oh, and look, it's thin, so it's drying down. I'm gonna push a little harder. I'm getting really thin lines. I was so scared that was too bright.
Mm-hmm. I like it though. That's good.
Gosh, you kind of have to watch it and then make adjustments, which I think kind of bothers people sometimes. You have to get used to it.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of dry brush too. So light touch, running out of paint, probably not making any difference. Oh, excuse me. That made me laugh. Oh, I'm going to get the side here. I've got this paint in my brush. Really, I'm probably overpainting and thinking this, but I'm going to do flatter. They look a little... I don't think I like that. This red barn's going to call a lot of attention and save me.
Mm-hmm.
And I could even come back and glaze it with some cad red to make it pop. If I don't like the red I have here. Were you going to say something, hon?
Nope. No.
I'm going to overdo it and need to go back with the dark. I already have.
Yeah.
You kind of get into it and then you forget why you're doing what you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Darn it. Okay, push a little harder because I want them fatter. Oh, maybe up would be better. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
That
They're fatter at the base.
Yep, it was bugging me. That's one thing nice too. I mean, I don't know. I mean, some people are very experienced, awesome painters. Oh, I forgot my point. I don't remember my point. It'll come back. Oh yeah, that's better. The fatter's better. Oop, that's crooked. We'll just go back and... I also want to change the color, I think, maybe. Yeah, I should. It's just almost a good idea to shift it. Until I'm thinking about painting. Or I'm concentrating on my brush strokes.
Yeah.
Can't talk. Well, that might not be so bad. Ooh, we could, almost like a drip painting could be kind of fun.
Ooh, drip grass.
Drip grass. Drip wheat.
Don't forget about the...
Oh, I did. All right, let's just do it because I'm going to forget.
Okay, girl.
I just want to take a second to thank Susan L. She left a super thanks under the newest dramatic rooster painting I did.
Oh, yay.
I forget what I call it. He's striking a pose, but I can't remember the title of it. But a lot of times I don't have the title on YouTube anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks so much, Susan. Art hugs, claps. Super appreciate it. She's left several super thanks. The weird thing is a lot of times YouTube doesn't tell me. I just happen to be like in the back end of YouTube and see it.
It should say it in the notifications every time.
It doesn't send me a notification.
I happened to, at least, I guess I saw it this time. I saw it.
Oh.
In the bell that's in the upper corner when you're in the back end. Or honestly, it might just be...
no, see, I'm sorry. I'm yelling and talking over you. Go ahead.
No, what?
I want it to send me an email like it does with everything else.
Oh, no, it's just in the notifications most of the time.
Sorry, sweet. I got really... no. I don't know why I got so funny about that. Oops, I just dripped water. Good thing I have a cheap carpet underneath my easel. Cheap removable carpet.
Which makes sense why probably sometimes when I see the notifications on the back end, it says you literally have like 45 unopened notifications.
Oh yeah, I don't.
Because you don't ever see them.
So a little white to this color. All right, here comes my head and my back. Whoop. The backs of my paintings are messy. Someone asked me that a little while ago. I know who it was. I just don't know if they would shout them out on YouTube. I'm losing some of my. I don't know if that's a. I don't think that's a bad thing. Losing some of my lines. So I'm gonna put. We could put it here. I don't want to put it there. Maybe we'll put it. Let me put some like right here. Just to change the color. And I'm wondering if I want to bring it up. After I've done all this, I'm wondering if I want to bring it up in value. Lighter, brighter.
I like that. I like the yellowy or green.
Well, I think some of my mistakes are looking okay. I probably should stop. How's that looking? Oh, it looks pretty in the live.
Yeah, it looks really pretty. I like the limey green against the orange. It makes it pop.
Yeah, that's the color I kind of wanted. It's a yellow, more yellow green. All right, let's see if we can get it. I just don't think I can. Oh, big cat hair. Because when I add so much white, I don't think it's not going to have the color. Let's just see what it does, because it's drying dark, much darker with all the color underneath it. Let's see. So this is going to be bright. Actually, I probably should work on the, I think that's going to be the color of this almost. So I probably should work on the oranges before I do too much of this. That might be the same as I keep going.
You can't be stopped sometimes.
It's hard. It is super, once you get into it and I kind of get settled, it's super relaxing to just swipe, 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 swipe. Kind of like knitting, crocheting. So now I kind of want to put one more in. I really, no, don't. All right, let's work on the orange. See what happens. Really probably should use a bigger brush to be more efficient. Be faster. Sorry if that swallow was loud. Oh, that is pretty though. Maybe I want to keep these more orange. I have them almost white in my reference. You can tell I'm leaning back to aim. Oops, let's put that back up here. And I probably can scoot this back over. Oh, sticking to the paint. Right, well, I guess I kind of still want those in there. Sometimes it gives it a little height, so I don't stick it to my easel. I can't get it to...
Do you need help?
No.
Okay.
No.
Is that a yeah, no?
No, it's
okay.
a no. It's just pity. Pity no. I keep trying not to stick my big head in there. Like if somebody's watching on a big screen TV and all of a sudden there's an ear, I don't know what that would be like. Okay, let's make an orange. I kind of just made it by mixing on the, oh, my paints are drying out with the fan and everything. It's much more humid outside, but it's not so much in the house.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't have a dehumidifier. Let's see, probably just a little red Oxide. Hopefully here, let's do that, then I'll be in frame for sure. And probably quite a bit. Your yellows are usually your weakest color. So you need a lot more of that than you do the other color. And you don't have to mix this well. I just kind of like the up and down brush strokes. I just get into it. That's pretty darn close. It's dry, so I'm just trying to grab. Oh, I kind of got the same thing. I think I went a little darker. Here, we'll just grab some dirty red Oxide. Another reason is paintings, like a lot, I have it all mixed before the live streams. When I'm videoing, I don't show a bunch of my mixing. Sometimes I show a little bit in the time lapse because everything takes me a while. Okay, that's probably going to dry down to about that color. I did mix some red Oxide in there, here and there, or some white. Let's grab some of my yellow Oxide and white. Oop, nothing happened. Let's grab some white. See, I was thinking, well, you know what we might be able to do? Let's just play here. Yeah, that's not that much lighter. You probably, I don't know. I was thinking you could see better over here, but I don't think it matters. All right, I'm going to try not to curb all the orange in my holes. Oh, it's starting to go really dark. I've got a messy loaded brush that's bent. Art problems. I do miss when we used to talk about things that happened, Emily.
Oh.
Like when you went dumpster diving for the car keys. Okay, here comes my head. That was pretty funny. I suppose this is more appropriate, though.
Well, I think it'll still pop up, you know?
Oh, there'll be things.
There'll be the waterbed all over again, you know?
Oh, the waterbed. Yeah, that was more recent. My e-bike, which nobody even asked about, I just launched into it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not changing it much. I'm just kind of feeling it out. I think we need to go yellow and white. I sound like Eeyore. I need to go.
I think it's just relaxed, you know?
Well, it could be. Well, and it could be because I'm hunched too. I feel like
it kind of sounds Bob Ross to me because it's kind of it's lighter and I don't know. It just has a more relaxing sound.
Oh shoot! You know what I was gonna do? Was change the value of that before I get too many details. Remember when I said that? I forgot. I was going to change the value of the blue because it's too close to that value when I look at the stream. And I forgot and I launched into this. I think I should stop as I keep going.
Keep going.
And change that value. I forgot. Well, I don't hate that. I also probably need to paint the trees maybe. I can probably work it. Does that reading like... Oh, it does. In the live, it reads like something...
Yeah.
Growing.
Yeah, for sure it does.
Really tall soybeans. Nah, they wouldn't look like that.
This is quite the variety patch.
This is more like wheat. Okay, that's not doing anything. Yeah, let's just leave that alone. Let's change the value of this. I totally forgot. I bet you chat didn't forget. They're probably all like screaming at the TV. Annie, value of the blue section. totally forgot. I'm gonna paint on my fingers. What does this look like? It's kind of a dirty section of my Indanthrene blue.
What a name.
I remembered how to say it, but after I bought it, I Googled how to say it. It's I forget what it is, that's in a lot of different blue dyes, of course, and paints. Let me just see what that looks like. Ooh. See, that's where you get a much bigger puddle than you probably need, because I started with way too much blue. All right, you guys, I'm going to waste paint.
Gravy says, nope, not screaming at the screen.
That made me laugh. Why would they bother?
They're just along for the ride.
Thanks, Gravy. I mean, even if you didn't intend it to be funny, that was funny. Here we go. So that makes me nervous. It's about the bluest blue I have on my palette. It's awfully close to my sky color. Probably didn't need to put the black in my sky color. I do a lot of things that aren't necessary. Sometimes you don't know until you try. Okay, that's good enough. I'm going to wipe off my palette knife and then scoop my white over a little bit. If I've got a little bit of clean, I need to put out more. Oh, I probably should have you grab a... We'll see. My white's almost empty, so it splatters.
Oh.
I don't need it. We'll just see if I can make it work. All right, I'm going to... You could use matte medium. You could use gloss medium. I say this every time because I never know who's new. You can totally use gloss medium. I just don't like having gloss in my painting. It throws me off. Everything's matte but that area. So I use matte medium or water because I'm weird. All right, so I'm just going to thin it out with water. I don't want it too runny because it's going to run. Okay. So the color below should show through. So it shouldn't be too... Ooh, that scares me. Shouldn't be too blue. Just kind of smearing it with my finger. See if I can kind of guess where that goes. Normally I just pick it up, paint it, put it in my lap or something. Oh yeah, I think that's going to work. Is it going to still be the same value or lighter?
Oh.
I might be on the right track, but not quite there yet. And it's drying down. It might not do a darn thing. I might have to try this again. I'm trying to paint around my little dot that I had there. So horizontal strokes, we'll say land. I don't know if that's it. I might not have... Ooh, that's really blue. Well, that might be okay by the barn. So I have this, I'm painting below my shoulder here, but I have this way too high in general. It just popped into my head that you want to paint below your shoulder. It's just easier on your arm. Actually, I like it, but I don't think I changed the value. It's kind of pretty. Maybe, does our hill... Oh, when I was done painting this painting earlier today, Emily, I had red oxide on my chin. And I'm looking at my fingers, because I've got paint.
Yeah. You keep using your fingies.
I think... That's interesting. The layer is definitely helping me. And the color change is helping me. And I'm talking through it live like I would if I were on my own. I'm thinking we go back to this color, which is that... Oh, geez. Freckles. My lint rolled me.
Oh. adds texture, you know?
You know, when I photograph the paintings and I zoom in there and look at them, I always see
it.
little fibers and little hairs and
Yeah,
you know, that
little
makes
freckles.
makes it an original. Well, there'll be like a little bristle. I wonder if that's gonna be light enough. I don't know if I can do this without getting my body in there. Let's see.
You have a full palette.
Yeah, I've been mixing a lot of colors. I'm waiting for, there we go. I'm waiting for the live stream to stop.
Oh, yeah, to catch up so you can kind of...
Catch up so I can see what it looks like. Running out of paint. Maybe I just need more of an edge. Oops, I don't think anything's happening there. I think I ran out of paint. You like that?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe leave it a little lighter in front of the barn. I might change that.
Gravy says, "LOL, Freckle wants to contribute too."
Oh, she always does.
Yeah, she'll contribute whether you like it or not.
Maybe that's all I needed. I just wanted more of an edge. I really don't like this color, but most of it's going to get covered up.
Oh, I saw someone put little, the little laughing things that pop up in the chat or whatever.
Oh, yeah?
Instead of the, you know, people can spam the hearts and stuff. I saw someone do the little laughing guys.
Maybe this is too much the same value. This is darker, but I think it's going to get covered up for the most part when I put tree in. Maybe some of that might stay. I love how I paint on my fingernail. Maybe, let's do this. I might be in too fixie mode. Sometimes you have to ignore the inner critic.
Carol says, "Love that sky with the #1 like foam finger emoji." I didn't even know there was one like that.
Oh, thank you. I didn't know that. I might end up believing it. I probably will put a cloud in it. I don't know if I can leave it that quiet. I don't know. I should though. It's pretty. It looks pretty on the stream. I look at the live stream to step back from it. I'm gonna grab my cloud palette, sky palette. I think that edge makes me happier. Do you guys like the edge better? It's okay if you don't. It won't hurt my feelings.
The edge you just added?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I like it.
I actually like the blue because it brings in the blue from the sky. I kind of want to put some blue down here. So I'll bounce around in between different elements that I think about. All right, I'm going to grab the 1-inch low Cornell. This is matte medium. This is matte medium and titanium white. And that, oh, I don't know if that was in. This is matte medium. This is matte medium and titanium white. This is straight up titanium white. So I'm going to grab, maybe we just need to fade. Of course, this always scares me. And then I tell myself I can fix it. You know, like, because I don't want to look like snow.
Carmen says, "I like the change you made."
Okay, thanks. It's hard to know. I mean, you just kind of keep making changes until you think the painting's done. I keep making changes until I don't think of anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's how that'll be okay. That'll be okay. Oh, that might be it. Push it back in the distance by lightening it up, graying it out. See, if I keep doing that, is it going to make it happen? The hand gestures make the painting work. Now I'll leave it alone. Let's see how that dries. I like a decent amount of depth in my landscapes. Have you noticed that, Emily? I like a lot of depth in my landscapes.
Yeah, and your everything.
Yeah. Well, and the portraits not so much. The animal. I think that might have fixed it. I think that's better. I think that's better. Did you want to say something?
Yes. Let's see. Gravy says, brightens the sun, in my opinion. It kind of was foggy, in quotes, distant looking.
Yeah.
And then Carol asks, is the beige edge the shore? She says S-A-D-Y, shore.
Oh, it could be. It's not. It's supposed to be wheat.
Is that water or a lake?
It's supposed to be land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the blue makes it look like water. Because your brain says water.
Sandy. Yeah, she split sandy up.
Well, maybe I don't want the blue in there. I can always change that back.
Yeah, the sandy shore.
Make it green. I have it blue in my reference. Does it read as water there? It might. I'm going to leave the blue for now because I like the blue and the orange. I think my values are a little better. All right, let's put in some straight up. I'm switching palettes. I probably should really just put the barn and the trees in. How much time do I have?
You got like 30 minutes. Just under 30 minutes.
And I'm going to do clouds. Let's try this. I was going to go there. Don't change your mind.
Gravy says, blue looks wet, LOL.
Yeah. Yeah. It might not be a good idea. I can always come back and make it green. Or brown. I can make it brown. I probably want something. I really like this line. I like it here, where I just showed this.
I think once you have...
I think I just need to get more done.
Yeah. Because also sometimes the color doesn't not always matter, you know?
No, value is more important than the color.
It'll speak once you have, like, everything else in.
Yep. Values do the work. Color gets the credit. Please don't splatter. That's a lovely sound. Okay. It's almost gone. Oh. I don't know if I needed to do that.
That sounds so funny in my head.
Does it? Bathroom humor. I need to change my paper towel.
Kirby says, he added to his thought, reflecting the sky color, the blue looks wet thought. Anyway, and then also says, Annie, put, in all caps, put that on a shirt.
Oh, I'll upload it to my print store. They have t-shirts. Or put what on a shirt?
I assume the values.
Oh, values do the work, color gets the credit? I think I could. I don't think that's copyrighted. I don't know who said that. Oh, okay, here, let's do this then while I'm thinking of it. Oh, stuff pops into my head. So my thin blue, maybe. Because you guys had excellent comments. This might ruin it, this might help. Let's blue some of this up. Oh, too fat. I forgot how it's really thin too, so it might not even show. A little darker. Oh, it's already dried enough that I can't smear it. That did not take long. What I might be able to do though is like wet my brush. Kind of wet that area. Yep. Can wake it back up. Didn't need to do that, but that's a decent little tip. I'll mess with your brain by having some blues going up and down. We'll see if your brain likes it. Oh, except for I'm going over my yellow greens I really like. I like smearing it. I think that's kind of fun. Oh. All right. What do we think? I think where we're thinking. I think we leave that alone. I don't know if I like that. Let's just leave it alone for now. But now what's nice, even if I don't keep it, some blue here, a lot of blue there. It kind of helps. unify, harmonize. What word's the right word?
All of the, yeah.
All the above. It's pretty. I like the colors.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see. I was going to make this a little more yellow.
Mm. Gravy says, are you a real artist if your fingers are clean?
I got paint on my pants today. I'm like, I usually don't get paint on my clothes. For a long time, I didn't have paint on my easel, which is kind of odd. I'm stuck in the weeds here mixing. I kind of got into that.
We love the weeds.
I do love weeds. It's going to be interesting to see. Oh, I didn't take any allergy medicine this morning, and I did that bike ride through the weeds.
Uh-oh.
It'll be interesting. I don't really feel it.
That's good, though.
Maybe I'll just do, you know, I did used to golf a lot, although I always
It'll hit you tomorrow.
cleared my throat every morning. Yeah, it might hit me tomorrow morning. I'm going to wipe my brush off. I feel like it's too wet. I'll try that again. I'm just going to grab a corner. Okay, let me look at my reference. Doesn't really help me. Oh, it's going to dry down darker. After I made that darker. Oh, you guys. I mixed for no reason. Oh, maybe not. Maybe I just need to be thicker. Maybe I'm panicking for no reason. There's a no reason in here somewhere. All right, I need to stop and look. Oh, you guys are pretty far away for that detail. Okay, well, I kind of want to put one up high. So, yep, I'm covering up a lot of what I did before. I'm trying to let some of it show through. I might.
Just trust the process.
Well, yeah. I might just let that one more. Too much. I can come back with some orange. Do we like that? Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
The
I
orange
like
is so pretty with the blue, though.
Mm-hmm.
I need to get back to watching some YouTube artists to see how they do it, how they live stream. Oh, we could even have like a, now let's wait here. Let's go over a little further. I don't know if it'll work, but we could like have a wild hair. I kind of want to put the orange back in. So on this, I see much more difference in person than I do on the live stream.
Oh,
I'm just saying I do.
I think it translates pretty, at least just looking back. And I guess I do have a little bit of a glare when I look back in person.
Oh, do you?
Just a little bit.
Got the shades pulled, which I'm glad because we'd get sunspots. I'm overthinking it. Can feel me. Oh, that's kind of fun. The little dots can entertain. It's a little too soon, but they make me happy. So I put them in. That one's drying down. I'm gonna, oh, that might be also what might help here. We might just need another layer of paint. Dry. And I think I'm liking the blue. Is it settling down a little bit now that it's dry?
I think so.
I think so too. That's how I do my grasses sometimes, but I'll draw them bigger and more individual. But I'll just shift the color and have all the strokes.
Your grissy grasses.
Excuse me. What time is it?
7:15 on the dot.
We might want to paint a little cloud. I will link, I don't think I did in this one, Did I link to the cloud video in the description?
I'll check.
The best how to paint clouds. I will in the full video.
I'll check.
I do think this is better.
Yep, you did.
Oh, okay. So I don't know if I really need to paint clouds. It'll be the same as that video. Okay, let's try some straight up yellow. Yellow oxide. Is that making any difference? It is in person, but it doesn't mean it is at a distance. Is it too much?
Yeah,
I could just. Oh, go ahead.
It's kind of hard to
Can't
see
see it.
that far away. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I won't.
I
do
definitely see a poke in it, but
She's doing something, but
she's
nothing's
definitely
changing.
doing something.
Ghost
for
painting.
Sure.
I think. Well, we could go white, but I'm going to wait till I get trees and barns in. We could go almost white. That'll make it pop. That'll make it pop more like this one. I think I'm going to go darker. This brush just kills me. Just funny. It's all bent. I mean, like, you know, if you're trying to aim straight, it's got to be all...
Yeah.
But I'm painting off to the right. I'm off to the right anyway.
Anyway.
So how about if we have like a little more... Well, here, let's go a little redder. The paints are drying on the top. So now what I'm thinking is... I haven't done it yet, but what was it? The big landscape I did recently? I had less detail towards the outside edges and then more detail as you got into towards the middle of the painting. So now what I'm thinking is maybe a little bit more value change. That scares me. I'm going to see what it looks like though. And then a little less value change as we get towards the edges. So we'll call that good. And then I'm going to grab some of the orange. I wiped off my brush on a paper towel. A little dark, which might not be a problem, but it just bothered me. Oh, I'm going to clean out my brush. Just kind of scraping that off. That's one thing nice about oil paints is they hang out for a long time. But as I said with my sky, you can always mix more. Or did you see the water drop? I don't know if you guys... Oh. A little thin. So I'm going darker again. I probably should stop playing with it. I'm getting a lot of detail in here now. And I never do, but that's usually that thought is the right one. And I never stop because I want it darker right there. I don't know if I like the red. Oh, it shows up better though on the...
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the red.
It shows up better.
I think if you just tone it down with like a wash, like of something, but once it dries, I think it'll be fine, you know? Because I do like the darkness, the depth that I would add, but...
Well, you might not like what I'm doing right now then.
Oh, no.
Because you're watching the live stream.
Yeah, I watched the live stream.
I think I need to leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it alone.
I think we're okay.
Yeah, you're on the path. I don't, like, hate it. I just think it needs a wash, you know, to tone down.
I keep mucking with it.
I can feel it.
Yep, let's just leave it alone. I'll do a... I think I'm gonna come back with white. I'm not quite white. to get it to pop, like I showed in this reference. I don't need to pick it up again. I think I've showed them several times. Okay, so you can use any brush for clouds. I tend to like a filbert. How much time do we have? Oh gosh, 8 minutes. I better be quick with it. We can just do a cloud.
You got 10 minutes, girl. Don't.
Oh, my
shave
watch
too.
said 8. I got 10. We can go a little over. This is better. It still bugs me. I think it's just because I really don't like this color. And I keep telling myself the value is more important.
If you're gonna do a cloud, should I probably angle it up a little more?
No, because I'm going to do it right above the...
Oh, okay. Okay. Oopty doty.
Yeah, I think the red got too flowery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is giving flowers.
Mm-hmm. That's right. We'll go back and fix it. Okay, so I'm going to use... I think this is a 3/4 inch craft brush, just because it's sitting here and I forgot to grab a different filbert. Hopefully it's in frame. There we go. I'm going to get a little bit wet. I like filbert because I can get the roundness. So I'm going to have a tree, probably, well, no, I want to paint the clouds first. So I'm going to have a tree that kind of comes up here. I had it drawn in there in chalk and I just painted over it. So maybe I kind of want a little, let's start little and light and sneak up on them. So matte medium, it might be too much in that I'm not going to get any white on there. And let's kind of just put a, oh geez, that's a real little, just kind of a swipey wispy. That's probably going to, that might dry down to nothing. Something's bothering me about it. There. Okay. Woo! Yahoo! Got a cloud. Let's grab a bit of water. I can always make them darker, so I tend to start thin, like in the cloud video. It's the most popular video on my channel. If you're new to the channel, you're part of the replay people. We love the replay people.
Reaple people?
That's funny.
The reaples? The replay peoples?
So one thing I did, I'm looking at this. I have crisscrossies, which I kind of like, but I just don't know how they're going to pull off. It works because that's more of a drawing, kind of, in a way. All right, let's just be brave. Well, that's pretty. I'm lifting up. So I'm thinking it's kind of leading you down to the general area of the barn.
Mm-hmm.
I do that a lot. If you look at my page, you'll notice I do that a lot. Do I want one more? Let's maybe just go. Well, that's not really going to show. Yeah, that might show. I don't know if I like it. Let's leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm going to put out a little more matte medium, but it's because I didn't put out much because it's runny. When I hold it up during the live, it runs. And it's going to run. I don't know if you can see that. That was a pretty quick flash.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see if I can kind of tilt it and scoop it up. Okay. Oh yeah, it dries down. I always get a little nervous. All right, so where do I kind of want the lightest part? Maybe right there. And the clouds, my clouds never turn out quite like I think they're gonna.
Not like what you picture in your head.
Well, and they all kind of turn out the same, which is funny. It's kind of like my own handwriting, you know?
Yeah. It happens.
Oops, that was a mistake, but that'll be okay. I'm gonna, while it's wet, I'm gonna do that. I can always come back and define it again. It's gonna dry fast because it's pretty thin. That's where the matte medium helps you than if you do it with water. Because the water helps it dry fast. The matte medium gives me a little time. That's not bad.
Cute.
Mm-hmm. Just kind of flicking. I like that. I like the, it also looks like a wave, kind of. Oh, it looks like a fox or something.
Oh, it does.
A cat. I don't know.
Yeah.
Something. Do you know what else popped into my head was naked mole rat. I have no idea why.
Mole rat.
I have no idea why.
I think I said that to you yesterday when you dropped me off.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, and when you dropped me off when I walked here or whatever.
Oh.
We shouldn't talk about the context that I said.
Yeah, I can't. You'll have to tell me after. I can't remember.
But I that's probably why it's fresh in your noodle.
Yeah, I didn't remember. I don't. You'll remember later when you help me. Oh, I just ruined it.
Marty says that's what I was seeing.
A naked mole rat.
Or maybe one of the. I don't know if we got into the naked mole rat part.
I should have left it alone because it lifted.
Oh.
I might be able to scrub it out. I don't know if I like that. It was better before. It is so hard. Reminds me of flower arranging, which I was terrible at because I wanted to re-stick the flowers 100 times in the green foam, and the green foam doesn't let you do that.
Mm-mm.
Okay, how does that look? Oh, I can't totally see. These line up. That bugs me. Oh, and I got a cat here. Let's just, real light touch. Not a lot's happening. That's better. I don't know if I need any more clouds. I could brighten it, but I don't know if I want to step back, but I can't see the whole.
I think once you have the barn in, you'll decide if the one side's heavy or not, or.
Yeah, it's too heavy here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's going to be. You're right. Because I'm going to have a tree.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's going to be. So I've kind of got a cloud here, which is very pretty, and I'm going to ruin it. Not like I'm a bad person, because it lines up kind of where I want. And I tend to do, since I do Sweeping Skies, I should probably do something different, but I just love it so much. You know, so water, matte, medium. I'm going to wipe off my brush to kind of clean it out. Just scrub it. I'm going to wipe it out again. I'm still surprised how far this is going. My sun's coming from over here, which I do a lot on my landscapes. I'm just letting it run out. I don't know if any of this is going to show now. I can barely see it myself.
That's a little. I should have moved it up.
Oh, sorry. Here.
I got you.
Sorry, guys. Was that off camera?
There.
So I had very little in there. It's still wet, and I started where I wanted it light, and I just scrubbed, and then I wiped off my brush on a paper towel, and I scrubbed some more so there isn't any paint in there. And then I scrubbed even beyond where I could see it. I can see it doing a little, but I don't think it's even going to show. Maybe you can see it a little on the stream. Barely shows.
Yeah, but that helps.
Yeah, I've got to. Now that I can see an animal there, I'm going to have to change that.
Yeah.
But we're going to call that good for tonight.
Oh no, I need to get back up then.
Well, they couldn't see. I'm just looking at it. So I need to paint barns and trees. I'm going to lighten this up, and I might paint more clouds. Well, and I might paint another color in here. I really like the blue.
Here. There.
Is the blue less watery or the same? And it's okay if you think it still looks like a lake or something.
It doesn't. It pays off as grass to me. I don't know.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Really. Different people see different things.
Yeah. It's the moat around the barn, the classic moat that you put around your barn, you know?
The barn's flooded.
Yeah. The classic moat for safety, to keep the animals out, keep the animals in.
You're making me want to change the color.
No, I like it. It doesn't. I see grass. I don't see. I never saw the water, but everyone's eyes is different.
I could see, especially you could see beach.
Let's see. Gravy says, "Thank you all." Oh, thank you all for smashing that like button.
Oh, thanks, Gravy. Thanks for helping us out. Oh, I don't have Mr. Sun. No.
Artie?
Artie, the
Okay,
palette
Artie.
guy. I think I like the blue. I'll have to look. So what I'll do is sometimes just walking out of the room and coming back works. I was looking for tape.
Marty says, "So glad to be back with you. Have a great week." Smiley
thank
face.
you. Thank you. It's so nice to hang out with you. I'll look at this. I'll come back after I haven't looked at it for a little bit, and I'll see what I want to do. If I wait till tomorrow, I'll definitely see what bugs me. I don't know if Artie will stand. Emily made Artie. Oh, there he goes. Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for hanging out with us. It's so fun. I love it when you guys come to work with me. It's so much more enjoyable. Mm-hmm. Instead of just me by myself and Freckles yelling at me. She's been yelling at me today. Can't thank you enough for your support. We super appreciate it. Great big happy art hugs, and I hope to chat with you soon. Bye, guys.